23 all with 2 arrows to go. Wound up going to the shoot-off as they both shot 9s on their final shot. It was tied at 142 all. And in the shoot-off, Albina Loganova, closest to the center, and she takes all the marbles as she wins the gold medal. Erica Jones gets the silver. But hats off to the ladies. They really put on a show today.
Yeah, they did. Both of them. I mean, you got shoot-offs in both matches, and I mean, just great. Just like you say, theater. It was an awesome events to watch.
So there's a look right now at the compound competition this week. In the semis, Sergio Pagny, Dominique Genet. Pagny comes out of that match and will take on another Frenchman, Pierre-Julien Deloche. And if the guys are as good as the girls were, we're in for something. Yeah. Something really special.
Well, they put a show on the other day. I mean, when you talk about two guys shooting perfect 150s to go head-to-head to get into that, and then both of them shot great X's. And so you're talking just that measurement, that little hair to get in. So.
And there we are after stage 3 in Medellin. Those are the World Cup standings right there. Braden Galantine, my partner right here, Real Wild, in the picture, obviously. And there you saw on the left, Pascal Lebec, who learned just a little while ago that I think she knew she was going to get the wild card anyway, but she's definitely in the field.
Yeah, that makes it a nice feeling, especially in your home country. You know, having Ogden been in ours, it's pretty good to compete in front of the whole crowd.
So Alexander Dambaev, who warmed up a little while ago in the mixed team match with Albina Loganova and got better as the match went on, so he's warmed up and he's back out here for the men's bronze medal match. Dambaev won his shootout with Korea's Choi Young-hee and then slipped up in the semis just a bit against Pierre-Julien Deloche. So Alexander Dambaev into this bronze medal match, just 24 years old, ranked 44th in the world, been on the national team for 4 years now. So far this season, 5-3, and this is the first time that he is facing Dominique Genet, who is a very, very experienced archer.
Oh yeah, Dominique can shoot. Like I said, he got the best of me the other day. He can put him on, and he's won medals on the World Cup circuit. He's been in finals before, so he can handle it.
And the French really seem to have come on strong this summer more than ever, and I think maybe part of that has to do with the fact that they want to make sure they're there in Paris for those finals.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that 100%. I mean, they've had good shooters in the compound division, quite often, but probably have a little more support from their country and everything like that, so it makes it a little easier.
There are the numbers, there are the stats. Dominique Genet upsetting, dare I say it, Real Wild by 2 points in the quarterfinals. Shows you how close it is.
Yeah.
And then in the semifinals, lost the tiebreaker to Sergio Pagny. Both shot bullseyes, but Sergio,
a little better.
His bullseye was just a little bit better.
Yeah. I think this is the first time I've seen a athlete from Russia in the finals. Off the top of my head, I don't remember one ever. So that's probably good for their country, something different, and get behind it. And other than Albina, I mean, they've had and they've had a lot of women for a while, but as the male division, I've never seen one in the finals that I can remember.
Get into this medal match, yeah. So Dambaev to shoot first, and he starts off strong with a 10. The shadows starting to grow on the targets. And Dominique Genet, his first shot of the day. Ranked 11th in the world, was 3rd back in March, but great shot by Dominique Genet.
Well, like I say, if Dominic keeps up what he's been doing, that one could be enough for it to be over.
Coming out on fire. And Dambaev knows he needs to answer, which he does. And Genet falters just a little bit.
So it keeps them equal. Puts it down to a 12-arrow match instead of 15. And
so Dominique Genet and Alexander Dambaev both tied at 29 after the first 3 arrows. Good look at the young man, 24 years old. Been ranked as high as 20th in the world. No medals thus far here in 2013. Had a shot at a medal in the mixed teams, but came up empty there as he and Albina Laganova got off to a little bit of a slow start. And against Braden Galantine and Erica Jones, that proved to be fatal. Right now, though, he is definitely in the match right now, getting a lot of support from his teammates and friends from the Russian Federation. We've got to be excited to see this young man out there competing in the bronze medal match on what has turned out to be a perfect afternoon weather-wise here in Wroclaw, Poland.
That's off the great arrow.
Counts just as much.
Yeah, it does. And Dominic, I think, helped a lot yesterday when he shot against Sergio, because he had built up a lot of confidence beating Braden and then me. And so it's, you know, take out number 1 and number 2 in the world, can build your confidence in a hurry.
Couple of 10s to start off the second end for Dominique Genet, one of 2 Frenchmen here in the medal matches in the compound division. Pair of 10s, 1-9. Now it's up to Dominique Genet. And with a 9, we're tied at 58.
Yeah,
An opportunity gone by the wayside, perhaps.
And that's the biggest thing when I usually get in those situations. I kick myself thinking, man, I left them doors that were open. I left them open. I left them. I could have had the chance to close it and gain a little ground, and I just am not closing it. And it seems to be his last arrow both times, too.
How long will that stay with you?
A little bit. You're going to cuss yourself and go, man, come on, that last point, you know. And that's one of the worst ones, because you know you made 2 good shots prior and couldn't finish it with that last one, and it just drives you crazy. I mean, you'll learn to deal with it, but it's just like, and it will creep into your head a little bit, but for the most part, you're like, come on, man, fix this. Like, I think a lot of archers have crazy minds in the fact when we pull up and shoot, and you shoot a bunch of arrows on the left side, and you're like, oh man, don't let it go out left, and you'll throw it out right. You know, so we outthink ourselves a lot more than we should.
Tied at 58. Alexander Dambaev with another 10.
Right in the middle. They're with us.
Genet right back into it.
Staying
right
solid, yeah.
They're just trading punches.
Yeah, that's just about it, because everyone, he shoots 29, the other one shoots 29. See if they can both throw out 30s.
And part of this may be because the wind has really died down a little bit now.
It seems to have. The mist coming off the fountains is straight down. Okay, now he's got a 9. Can Dominic finish that last arrow?
Trying to get a little separation between himself and Alexander Dambaev.
No.
But he can't do it.
He doesn't do it again. You know, at this point, it's starting to creep into your head a little bit. You're going, when you see the look on his face, it's like, come on, I've been given the chance 3 times to step up and do that. And as the opponent, you're going, man, I keep doing this, and the guys keep letting me in there. I need to stop. At some point, I gotta quit this.
You gotta take control of the match. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been given the chances. I need to.
Now you gotta grab the horns at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
Take control of this thing.
Yeah.
The Dominique Genet, a proven hand, a veteran, Lots of experience. Good look at Gail Prévost up in the crowd. One of the great archers, young archers from France.
Yeah, that's, like I said, that's a lot of them trying to push to get to the finals, and it's been they put a lot of effort behind some of their shooters.
It's rare in this sport when you get to shoot in your home country, in front of your hometown fans, your home country's fans.
It is. It's pretty special.
So you can understand how the Frenchmen want to get there to the Eiffel Tower next month.
Especially something like the finals. I mean, not everybody can even say they've been to the finals, a little less.
Shot in their own home country.
Yep. And I was pretty lucky in Ogden to have my wife and my little girls come down. So.
Great shooting. Just incredible shooting. Dambaev, a force to be reckoned with here today for Dominique Genet.
Matching them.
Shot for shot. We're still tied at 107.
He put it in that time. Let's see if Dominic can finish this last arrow this time.
There you go.
Follow the leader.
Coming up with what he needs to come up with.
Yeah.
And so both with perfect scores of 30 all in that fourth end. And so we remain tied now at 117 all. It has been this way since the get-go. The start of this match, Alexander Dambaev, who appears to be very cool, calm, and collected, like his mindset.
Yeah, like I said, I think that big part was coming out in the mixed team this morning with Alpina and letting him get his feet wet and knowing what. I mean, like I said, it's bright out there off that rock, and so you learn what it feels like, where you got to aim, what changes you have to make, and I think that's a big help. Where Dominic really didn't get to do that at all today. And I think that's an advantage that people don't really take into consideration.
So far in this match, each of these archers has left just 1 point out there in each end, except for this last one, when they were both perfect. And Dambaev is on a roll, trying to win his first medal here in 2013 on the World Cup campaign. Ooh. And you could hear the sigh come out of the crowd, not just you and me.
Yeah, it's I mean, he's been rock solid all weekend. An 8 is not, so that's going to give him a pretty good breather. He's like, hey, now I can execute some shots. This is mine to win or lose.
So Dominique Genet.
Not exactly what I would have been expecting from him.
No, and I'm sure not what he was expecting either.
No.
But now in a bit of trouble right now.
Needs a lot of help. And won't get it.
Dambaev does not seem inclined to help out.
No.
So the best that Dominique Genet can hope for is to finish up this end trailing by just 2. And that's if he had scored a bullseye, which he does not.
He loses by 3. 147, 144.
That's it. It's over. It's done. And Dambaev comes through in this final end and wins it by 3 points. But that 8 opened the door for Alexander Dambaev, and the 24-year-old picks up his first World Cup medal of the season and really did a great job. You got to take your hat off to him.
He was solid, and like I said, he put the pressure on him to, and a 147 is a solid score. You cannot complain at 147. I mean, that's what, when Dominic beat me, he beat me 149 to 147, and I said to my wife, I can't complain. I shot good. I just, wrong person, wrong time.
Wrong time, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you can't complain at all. So.
Sometimes you run into the buzzsaw.
That's it. That's exactly. And in a head-to-head match, you got 15 arrows, and sometimes one guy's hotter than the next, and that's how it works out.